Hey there, guys. So earlier today, with the emergency maintenance and the long maintenance and all that, I wasn't able to do Clash of Wills like I had planned, but a little bit earlier this evening, I went ahead and live streamed it, and we got ourselves a rank 1. It was kind of messy. I just winged it. Overall, this doesn't seem to be the most challenging Clash of Wills ever. But we're going to go ahead and kill it again in this video. But I do want to say right up front, this is going to be a very high-end clear, and I will absolutely have much easier to copy clears in the next few days, probably tomorrow. So we're going to be using EX3 Ethne, EX3 Fundamental Forces. You do not have to use these units. This is going to be significant overkill. But for those of you that happen to have really good luck, or spent a whole lot of lapis, here's a way to do it. For the budget runs, let's try that tomorrow. So on my live stream, I went in totally blind, but now I've had a little bit of a time to look at the bosses. Now, I didn't make a turn chart or anything, so that might be a little bit harder to copy, but overall, I'll just explain what's going on. So for this guy, you want to hit him with the light element every single turn. In my live stream, I was not doing that, and that caused the problem. Also, he will dispel single target as a counterattack the first 2 people per turn that hit him. Maybe the first 3, I don't know. But we're going to just use Lilith to hit this guy 3 times to eat those counterattacks as the first action. Yeah, in the live stream, I didn't realize that. We were getting dispelled all over the place. Now that shouldn't be a problem. So Fundamental Force will now imbue herself with light. We're not going to AoE imbue. We're going to just imbue herself with light. Then we're going to do Guidance. Nope, did it wrong already. Too many skills. Self-imbue with light. Then we're going to do Heavenly Hypernova and Nebulous Veil for the mitigations, as well as the modifier buff. Now Zahn will AoE imbue the party. We will do Deadly Daggers and the Black Fog for the Imperil Field. Ethne will quad attack. We will do Determination to Destroy and Strength to Destroy. That'll break the boss. I forgot to dispel the boss. We'll do that next turn anyway. It's not a big deal. Let's see here. We will also do Hope for Oblivion. And we will do Blackened Rainbow for the field. Melissa will do... I just realized we didn't hit the boss of Light Element yet, because Fundamental Force didn't attack. That's fine, we'll do it this turn. No big deal, no big deal. So we're going to Shared Immunity... We actually don't even need to do that. No, we're going to do Chronic Flow... Parasol... and Minutes of Might. And then Abigail will do Cover, Shelga, and we'll hit the boss with a light attack using Drone Laser. Okay, that's a light attack. So there we go. So there's the Cosmic Judgment. It hit Ethne as well. I guess it hits 4 people. I didn't realize that. Whoops. But yeah, that's all the boss really does. So there we go. So Ethne got dispelled. We'll deal with that in a second. So now, Fundamental Force will hit the boss, and let's hit him again. That'll get her dispelled. We're not really worried about it. Ethne will Devourer of Spirits, Conqueror of Demons. I'm thinking. And just some other stuff. Lilith can hit the boss a few times. Melissa can, let's see here. Shared Immunity, Bard Darkja, Shelga. And Abigail can just LB, and Zahn can... I don't know. Just refresh the field 3 times. There's really no reason to do it 3 times, but whatever. Okay. So some more counterattacks. Now we're going to go ahead and burst in just a second. Okay, here we go. So, let's go ahead. Oh, actually, whatever. So we're going to now do Perfect Dispel with Abigail. And then some breaks. Let's see here. We're going to use Melissa. If she ever stops casting. She will do Killer on Fundamental, Killer on Fundamental, Killer on Fundamental. And Lilith will do AoE Imbue Dark and hit the boss a few times. Zahn will or LB, and then we will SLB these two. And this should deal a chunk of damage. There we go. And we'll do the rest of the damage next turn, hopefully. Okay. The boss is buffing up, not a big deal. Alright, Zahn is ready to go, so we're gonna do... Let's see here. Triple bar Faraja to fill LB gauge. Melissa will do bar Darkja. We'll do Curse Control, and we'll do just a killer again. Reload these. No, Ethne's LB is a lot slower, so we're going to do this. Wait. Then chain these. And that should be the end of Cagdrexus the Wrathful. So basically not a big deal. And the boss will mana drain you on the way out. Keep that in mind. But we're not worried about it. Okay, so now we're going to set up and go for this guy. So for this one, you want to hit him with Darkness every turn. That's really the only big thing. Other than that, just keep mitigations up. You know, the usual stuff. So we're going to go ahead and use the Morale Bar once the autocasting finishes. A lot of autocasting. All right, we'll use the Morale Bar to fill... No, we won't. It's not ready. That's fine. Not a big deal. So Melissa will Parasol, Chronic, and I guess Shared Immunity. Let's have Lilith hit the boss a few times. Abigail can cover. Shelga. And we'll go ahead and Omni cover on this turn just to be safe. Let's see here. Zahn can imbue the party. Field and Deadly Daggers. Fundamental Force on this turn will dispel the boss. Heavenly and Nebulous. And Ethne will break, hope for Oblivion, and we'll put the field back up again. Alright, so once again, this boss will dispel. This boss only dispels if you hit him with magic attacks. Actual, literal magic. Not physical type magic like Ethne. So we're not going to get dispelled on this fight. Which makes it a whole lot easier to deal with. Alright, so let's go ahead and have Melissa do some killers before we burst right here. So Melissa can do Killer on Fundamental, Killer on Fundamental, Killer on Fundamental. Zahn can... We will... Let's see, Lilith can go as well. And Abigail can... Protectka. And we will just fill the morale gauge. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Whoops. Protectka. And fill the morale gauge a little bit. Okay. Let's do some damage again. Okay, not a problem. And next turn we'll do it again. And that'll be basically the end of the second fight. And we there you go. We did the damage cap right there, as you see. You know, pretty fine. Some attacks. The boss does physical damage. You can physical tank it if you want to with Lilith. If you're not using a physical tank, it's probably fine. I quite honestly couldn't tell you one way or the other. I don't know. But I would be fairly surprised if it's not fine. Let's go ahead and bar Faraja 3 times to fill the LB gauge with Abigail. And we'll go ahead and... I think we're good to go at this point, actually. We are good to go at this point. So we'll just go ahead and chain it up, you know, whatever. And there it is. Here's the end of the second fight. So the boss is going to do a gravity attack on the way out. Not a big deal. Okay, now for the real fight, where we're going to set up to kill him and all that. We're going to burst on turn 3. Alright, here we go. So, we are hurt really badly. This boss doesn't do that dispel stuff, I don't think. So, we should be fine. So, Lilith will do Bard Darkja. She'll do a Rapture to heal the party. And then, I didn't mean to do Betrayal, but it doesn't matter, honestly. Now, if you don't hit the boss with light damage, the boss will do a big light in peril and a healing down. This party doesn't really care about that, but just for safety, I will... Let's do the SLB on you for now. We'll come back to this. Let's Chronic, Parasol, and Shared Immunity. I guess Fundamental can use light damage. I don't want to, though. No, I don't want to. Yeah, we're not going to use light damage. I don't care. I don't care. So Zahn will end Darkga. We will Deadly Daggers, and we're going to use Take Your Treasure for... What is Take Your Treasure again? Yeah, the big breaks and all that. Whoops, I did it wrong. Take Your Treasure, end Darkga, and Deadly Daggers. Fundamental Force will do Dispel the Boss, and then Hypernova, Nebulous Veil. Ethne will break, Hope for Oblivion, and we'll put up the field again. Yeah, and we're going to burst next turn. I'm sorry, we're going to burst on turn 3. Some attacks. Like, the boss does really low damage. As long as you're maintaining the mitigation with Abigail, I mean, you're going to be totally fine here. Okay, so we're going to start using some Magnus abilities and all. So, first of all, Ethne will autocast a bunch, but other than that, we will Aura of Supremacy, Aura of Domination, Limitless Surge, make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, Domination is the killers, Supremacy is the Amplify, Surge is the LB buff, and we're going to do... What was the other one I wanted to do? I don't know. We'll refresh the field again. Let's see here. Fundamental Force will do... We don't need any of that. Let's see. Fundamental Force will... Limitless Surge... If I remember correctly, she didn't actually have much to do. Because we're not using her elements. Yeah, we're not using her elements. So, really, she doesn't have that much to do. So, we'll just do those things. Actually, what are these skills again? Oh, yeah, the killers we don't need. So, yeah, that's kind of a whatever turn. Lilith will... Omni cover, just because why not? Bard Darkja. And we'll do... I mean, we can just do a Veil of Night, because why not? We don't really need that, but honestly, it doesn't matter. Let's do an Abyssal Blessing. Turn that on turn 1. An Abyssal Blessing with Melissa. Let's do Minutes of Might for the morale gain. And... All-Consuming Darkness for the healing down. And Abigail can do cover, Protectga, and Contingency Plan. And then Zahn. Zahn can do Fatal Mirror on Ethne to steal the killers. We can project those killers, and we can do Midnight Hour for the Amplify. And we'll burst next turn. And the boss is going to have a defensive spirit buff because we're not bringing Kaito or Richt, but we don't really care. And yeah, we're getting healing down because we're not using... what's it called? We're getting healing reduction because we're not using light damage, but I honestly don't care. I honestly don't care. Okay, so we're going to SLB, SLB, SLB. Lilith can SLB. Really, there's no point. We don't need Lilith's damage. She's not here for damage at all. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and burst this real quick. And deal large damage here. Maybe kill the boss, maybe not. We didn't, that's fine. Totally fine. So Lilith can triple Bard Darkja to fill the LB gauge, and so can Abigail. Actually, Abigail will bar for Rage twice and then do methodical mitigation for the Omni Killer. Or the... I can't talk. I don't know. You get the idea. It doesn't matter. We're going to win so easily. Yeah, so here comes the boss's threshold. Now, on the boss's threshold, he is going to dispel his buffs. Or his debuffs. Sorry, his debuffs. Then he's going to attack us a few times. He's going to gain Mirage and some buffs and all that. We don't really care, honestly speaking. As you can see, we don't care. We don't care. Okay, so we countered away the boss's Mirage. So that's easy. We're going to use Zahn to take your treasure, Fear of Darkness, and I forgot the other skill I wanted to use. I don't remember. I don't care. Integrating Eclipse. Just to break the boss again. And we're going to go again. We're going to burst again. So Abigail will Perfect Dispel the boss with SP Drone type, and then hit the boss a few times. And yeah, that's kind of it. We're just going to do LB here, SLB here, LB here. Now remember, Ethne's normal LB is a one-hitter, so we're going to send her first. Wait, send the rest. I misclicked that pretty horribly. It's not going to matter. Yeah, it's not going to matter. We win. Okay. And that's the fight. So, really, nothing specific here. Just maintain your mitigations. Hit the first boss with light damage if you can. You don't even have to, honestly speaking. Second boss, hit him with dark damage, and there it is. So the chance time bonus and the turns for clear are going to be 0 for everybody, so you can ignore those. And that's your rank 1. So there you go. Fundamental did 18, Ethne did 12, Zahn did 5, and Lilith was only here for tanking. Now, you do not need those units. I will show you alternative ways probably tomorrow, but let me show you the gear real quick. So here we go. As far as Espers go, we stuck Lilith on Alexander just for the light resist. Dragon Killer with Zahn, we have Overkiller, Beast Killer with Ifrit on Fundamental, and then Ethne we just gave Baben for more killers. And here's the gear. So Melissa's gear honestly doesn't matter that much. It really doesn't. Just bulk and morale fill if you can fit it. There it is. You know, who cares? Whatever. Lilith is using... I went full tanking. Literally not important. I should have gone a DPS build. But we didn't need the damage, so honestly, who cares? Passive Provoke, and then 100 Light and Dark Resist. And the whole party is status immune too, by the way. There it is. There's the gear we're using, some mitigation stuff. Evasion's not important, ignore that. I just didn't bother changing it, because like I said, this fight isn't really that hard. Abigail is a little bit of Dark and Light Resist. Other than that, mitigation, Blizzard Orb for countering. She is not provoking, keep that in mind. And there you go. Zahn is right here, status immune and dagger build. He's maxed on all the killers. He gears for this very, very easily, as it turns out. And there you go. He's maxed on everything, and he has Overkiller to Dragon. Okay. And Fundamental Force is right there. Fist build, using some Clash gear. She basically has all the killers capped by default. And there you go. And I gave her Ethne's card for more damage, because she's the higher damage dealer. And then Ethne right there. She needs a little bit of help with killers, but not much. But there it is. Status immune, all the fun stuff. And I gave her the Clash of Wills helm, just because. And there you go. And she's capped on everything as well. Yeah, I didn't make a turn chart because the fight just, you know, seemed easy. And it's a lot of fights. It takes me a long time to make a turn chart. I'm kind of tired from doing a lot today. But there you go. There it is. This weekend, I will have some budget runs for you guys. Okay. See you then.